everyone. I am Rotaract Khushi Shetty, the president of the Rotaract Club of Gemin.
Hi, I'm Rotaract Dhruv Shetty, the chairman avenues and the joint secretary of the club.
And we are here with the second season of our very own, the RCJC show. In this initiative, we will be calling esteemed guests every month to come and have an interesting talk with us and share their thoughts.
And today, we are the host for the first episode of the season.
Without any further ado, introducing you to our guest for today. He is someone who has always been dedicated to community, professional, and personal development. He is someone who believes in conquering with courage, a calm and a very kind person. Presenting to you the DRR of District 3141 for the year 2022-23. None other than our very own Alpha DRR Rotaractor Gemin Shah.
Hi everyone. Hello.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good. How are you all?
We are fine. So, in this show, there will be two rounds. The first round is the KYG round, that is Know Your Guest round. And the second round is the fun and floric round. So, let's begin with the first round, shall we? So, the first thing that I wanted to know is that how and when did your Rotaract journey begin?
Yeah, so this journey began in the 15-16. Back then I wanted to join Rotaract club as a Rotaractor, but then my Rotary Club of Mulund Hills told me that since I was Rotary and as well, so Rotary and it. So my home club, Rotary Club of Mulund Hills, they told me that you are not allowed to join any other Rotaract club. You will have to start own Rotaract club. So that's how I got me and my friends planned to start this Rotaract club. And then eventually they all decided that you only become the charter president of this club. So that's how I end up being the charter club president for Mulund Hills for 15-16. That's how the year or journey started in Rotaract for me.
Yeah, it's really amazing, being the charter president of any club.
So as mentioned before, you have been dedicated towards community development. So as the DRR of District 3141, what change would you like to bring in the community this year?
Yeah, so as a DRR, I want to elevate the scale of our Rotaractors. Uh, One thing is that not only by doing great projects that will start by leading by example at a district level, we are planning, as you all must know, the plans which we have released. We at a district level are planning to do high scale projects like the legacy projects which are already there. We are very lucky that we have such a premium district as a 3141. We have a great legacy projects in many avenues. So this year we as a core team 20 to 23 has thought that this legacy projects, why cannot we take it to the next level and give one kind of experience to our Rotaractors, which they are here for, or they can find something new or something different. And that's how their skills will be developing, and that's how we can try and give a new experience to Rotaractor. So that's one thing which is the main focus of 20 to 23, and I think that might be a change for our Rotaractors or our members to in the year. So that is one thing which we are planning to do.
Okay, great to hear that.
Another thing that I wanted to know is that everyone has a person whom they admire, right? So, who is your role model?
This question is because I have not one role model. I have many, considering like I have so many of them who have seen their struggles, and I have listened to their stories, and that has got me motivated. So there are many people in my life who I get inspired from. Uh, but if I want to name only one, and that for if considering Rotaract, I would like to say Rohan Dalmia. So he was one who, when for me, I was president for 15-16, but Rohan was one who I got to interact very first from the district, and from there he never left me. So he continuously pushed on me to next step. For he was the one who brought me into district in 17-18. Then he continuously pushed me for next avenues to take up the leadership position. And whenever I have the problems, uh, once in a while I call him and I tell him, am I doing right or am I going right? So one, for me, the role model or the person who I look up to in Rotaract is Rohan.
Yeah, our mentors are our best role models. Even I do agree on that.
So, what are your weaknesses that you have turned into your strength?
uh, I would still consider it as a weakness, uh, but I don't know if it's helping me as or not. Uh, As I mentioned in my incoming speech as well, uh, the public speaking and fear of talking in front of public was my weakness, and this is one thing that I used to not enjoy, or I could speak easily. Now also I fumble, but I try to speak, and but I feel little bit more confident. So this is one weakness, but this is the platform, Rotaract, this is the opportunity which is there for me to improve this skill, and I am trying to improve as and when I am getting time or the opportunities I am getting there. So this is one thing that which was my weakness, and I'm trying to work on it and get it not strong as others, but I'm trying to improve this as a skill.
Indeed, that does give you opportunity to strengthen your weaknesses.
Correct.
Yeah. So the next thing is that as a leader, how are you able to keep your team so motivated like throughout the year?
uh, Honestly, if I tell, they keep me motivated. So that is for me. I feel very blessed and lucky that I have good people be considered as a core team, council, or the presidents. They usually motivate ki you do, we are with you, you take new steps, we are there, you bring this, we are there to support you. So that's the encouragement which I get, and which is so it's for me, it's other way around.
Yeah, our team is our like the greatest motivation that we can have.
Correct.
Very true.
So, how do you manage your road track life and your personal life?
So it's a very tough question, like, because yeah, the time commitments for whatever we say, it's a part-time job or whatever, but it's the time commitment for Rotaract, it's more because I'm sure all of you will agree. uh, I am lucky that I have my grandfather and my brother who are taking care of business. So I'm not much more worried about business, because they have supported me and they have told that this is the 1 year which you have to focus in the Rotaract. So it's difficult, but in a week I try to go thrice a week into the office, but rest of the time it's very difficult to give time to the office, and so it's tough, but I think it's manageable.
Yeah. So like conflict or difference of opinion is like a common element in each and every team. Like it can take place at any time. Like right. So like what are your strategies of like handling such situations?
uh, so while in a meeting, there is a bound to happen where two persons or more person meets, there are difference of opinion or conflicts are bound to happen. But one thing we in a core team, as a whenever we sit for a meeting, we follow that whatever we argue, whatever the points we argue, we discuss that, and whatever is the majority, we go ahead with that. Because I think if there is a majority, I'm sure that no decision is bound to, like, there might be a few decisions where everyone will be agreed, but there will be some things where all will be not agreeing. But that time we as a core team take as a majority, and whatever the majority says, we go at that with. But main thing is that whoever is didn't agree, they will say I am not agree. But whenever that project or that particular point comes up as a in the front of presidential council, the one thing which I would like to say is my whole core team stands by it, that this is a decision of core team or this is a decision of the district, and we all are bound to happen. Like, no, the core team will not come and say अरे मेरे को तो नहीं पसंद था फिर भी इन लोगों ने पास कर दिया. That is one thing which I have seen in the core team for this year, and that is one point which I like.
Yeah, because if you have a good and smooth running team, then it becomes really very much easy, like the smooth flowing of the entire year.
Correct.
You have been in Rotaract for quite few years. So, what is your favorite memory of your Rotaract journey?
Yeah, same again. Pretty tough question. There are many memories, but to choose one. This was the first project which I chaired in the district in the year 17-18, which was called World Responsible Youth Week. So that was the 10th year of World Responsible Youth and the 50th year of Rotaract. So we had taken this. Usually I used to be there for a 1 week initiative, but in the year 17-18, we made it as a whole year celebration, considering 50 years of celebration of Rotaract and 10 years. And so that was the first project which I chaired in the district. So that project was very good memories, and the friends and the team was superb, I think so. And today also we are connected, and the memories which come about that project is so fresh. So I think that project is very memorable for me up till now. There are many, but this is one because this is first thing which I got to do in district. So I am very thankful for this project.
First event are pretty memorable.
Correct.
So the next thing is like everything should run in a systematic way, right? So like what are your strategies, or how do you make sure that everything goes in a systematic way?
I try to make sure it happens in a systematic way, like, because obviously no humans are perfect and we are learning each day by day. So that one thing is to make systematic is the communication. Like, whatever the communication is, it has to be clear. Like, what if it is delayed, it's okay, it's okay to acceptable, but you have to communicate. Like, see, for example, one event has got delayed. Yeah, if you are waiting for any venue confirmation or anything, but it's not confirmed, but you communicate to your members or you communicate it to people, they will also understand, yeah, okay, this is going to happen, let's wait for some time. Or they will also come and give a solution or suggestions to it. But if we don't communicate only, then they will be at a toss, because they are also answerable to someone else. So one thing is that communication is the key. I think if we clear the communications, whatever is that, if it be it a small thing, if we can get communicated with a group or an individual, I think there will be no problem for running the smooth. I think this will be the main thing for a smooth administration.
Yeah, I'm 100% sure, like these all things are gonna be of 100% use to all the Rotaract Club members who are watching this video.
Correct.
As a Rotaractor yourself, what will be your advice to all the Rotaractors out there watching this video?
So if I can give, or maybe one tip which I enjoy or do it, is the enjoy Rotaract. Like, don't take it as a pressure, or don't take it as a कि ये करना पड़ेगा, वो करना पड़ेगा. Whatever you do with a full fun, full gist of it, not a not do for the sake of doing it, or the president ने बोला तो करना ही पड़ेगा. If you are not liking it, speak up to. As I told, communication. Speak up to that. कि I'm still listen. I'm not liking this. Let's do this. I'm sure they will agree, because for presidents also it's more important that what member needs. But president को पता ही नहीं है what members need. Then president तो बोलेगा ना कि ठीक है मैं ये बोल रहा हूँ मैं ये कर लो फिर. If members speaks to president, then president is more than happy to provide that platform to y'all and do y'all projects. So this is one thing that I would like to say to Rotaractors.
As it is said, when you love what you do, you don't work for it.
Correct.
Yeah, so with this, the round one comes to an end. Now we are like going towards the second round. So are you excited for it?
Yeah, I'm excited and nervous a bit also, because the question I'm told that there are some few surprises, so I'm just waiting for it.
Yeah, so let's begin. So the first question: never have I ever binge watched an entire series in a day. So like, have you did it?
No, I haven't.
Okay.
So if you met a genie, what would your 3 wishes be?
3 wishes. Oh, nice. Yeah, first one would be everyone knows that meeting Salman Khan. Yeah, I'm sure you must guessed it right. Then second would be, oh, I think maybe this kind of, maybe second would be visit to Salman Khan's farmhouse, Padwell. And third, I think 2 is enough. Man, I cannot think of third.
2 are enough. Meet Salman Khan and then go for farm.
Yeah, like I think satisfied. I will be satisfied from this.
So the next thing is like, what are those specific things which are too old to do, but you still enjoy doing those things?
Oh. The if you all know now we call it as a ice pops, but earlier we used to call Pepsi Cola, or so that one thing whenever we college friends meet, so we try and find it out. And in recently we summers got over, and summers we had a lot. So that is one thing, because in the summers we used to play cricket in the afternoon, and that time this was the only one thing which was keeping us little bit of cool. So we had a lot of Pepsi Colas that time, and that is one thing like I can have or eat many.
Yeah, like it's favorite of each and everyone over here.
Correct.
So which one would you listen to more? Your heart or your brain?
It's tough, but usually it's a more bit of heart.
That's my motto as well. Listen to your heart.
So like the next question, for you, what does a perfect vacation or a leisure time would be?
One with no phone, and no phone, and the people who are accompanying me, they also do not have the phone. So that is one thing that would be perfect, because because we all agree that being considering the so much uses of phone, and there is hardly any time where we can personally speak, because time is such well. So that I think this is one thing that I will do for sure once the tenure gets over. I'm going to make sure.
Yeah, for sure, because with phones, which each and every one of are busy with some or the other thing. Like
True.
without phones, each and everything would be peaceful, and yeah, it would be a good vacation time.
And we can enjoy that to the fullest. So that's one.
Right.
So do you believe in any superstition? If so, which one?
No. I think no superstitions.
None, like any
No,
superstition
no.
or
In like when in the childhood, like it was that if a cat crosses, that all thing in the but in the childhood, what our mom and grandmother used to say. But now I think as we grew up and we know about things, so I think there are no.
great.
Yeah. So the next question is like, what would you choose, YouTube or Netflix?
YouTube.
Oh.
Because YouTube is more accessible than Netflix because you need an account or you need to subscribe. So YouTube is more accessible. So I think YouTube.
Yeah. Even I have the same thing. Like, even I prefer YouTube.
Correct.
So, what are the things that you are afraid to do, but you want to do it once in your lifetime?
I think skydiving. That is one thing that is like usually I am adventurous, but this is one thing that is looks very scary to me. But someday I will try. Not sure when and where, but someday I will try this.
I don't know why I guessed it, and I guessed it right.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
So the next question: if you could be a movie character, like which one would it would be?
Oh. Which one would be? Maybe any one of Salman Khan only, but which one I am thinking about that? You all have any suggestions? uh, Dabang you told?
Yeah, I said the one. Just to tell you.
Maybe if I can, maybe.
Yeah, like I guessed it right. Like, I knew that you are going to take some Salman Khan movie for sure.
Yeah, obviously, but which I could not make it.
What would be that one superpower that you would like to have, and what would you do of that power?
Superpower. This is also like the same. If I can make everyone happy or take everyone to that time who are happy, because I feel life is very short and unpredictable. So why waste in stress or getting it emotional? So every second we should be happy. So maybe if I can get superpower, I feel that if we can make everyone happy, that would be great.
When we hear the word superpower, people think of invisibility, flying, and everything. So this was something really unique and attractive.
Yeah. So with this, the round two, that is the fun and frolic round, comes to an end.
It
Nice.
was really great having you. Thank you so much, DRR, Rotaract, Gemin, Shah, for being a part of this show. Hope you have a great week ahead.
Yeah, thank you very much. Firstly, I would like to thank you all for inviting me and the whole RCJC team for doing this. I think we are in the second edition of this, so I think we are continuing the legacy. That is very good. And also, I would like to thank you all for making it more easy being such a great host. So it was more easy for me to answerable and not felt that it was kind of interview. So thanks to you both as well for conducting such a nicely. Thank you.
Yeah. And like, can we have your feedback on this initiative of us? Like, what all more could we do and such things?
No, I think it's perfect. Only there is no feedback for such. I enjoyed it. Specifically, the second part, which was surprise, and it was really made me think whatever. So it was really different concepts, different questions altogether. So I think that was one thing that which was I felt it was different from others.
Thank you so much, like, for being onto the show.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you for watching the video. Like, share, comment, and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to press the bell icon. Thank you, and stay tuned for the second episode.